A comprehensive guide to early season breeding of racing pigeons. Breeding racing pigeons is an art and science that requires precision, patience, and knowledge. Early season breeding, often starting in late winter or early spring, is a critical time for fanciers to set the foundation for their racing team. This report will delve into the essential steps from pairing to feeding and raising the young until they leave the nest. Drawing on 20 years of experience, I'll guide you through this rewarding process. 1. Preparing for the breeding season. Assessing breeding stock. The success of a breeding program begins with selecting the right breeders. Only pair pigeons with proven performance records or those with desirable genetic traits such as stamina, speed, and homing instinct. It's equally important to evaluate their physical health and vitality. Look for vibrant plumage, clear, bright eyes, robust musculature, an active demeanor. B. Health checks and conditioning. Before pairing, ensure your breeders are in peak condition. Conduct a thorough health check and consult a veterinarian to rule out parasites or infections. Follow these steps. Administer a pre-breeding worming treatment. Provide a multivitamin supplement for 2 weeks. Ensure the loft is clean, well ventilated, and free from drafts. C. Loft preparation. Prepare individual breeding compartments or nest boxes to minimize disturbances. Supply clean nesting materials like straw or pine needles. Maintain an environment that's well lit. Use natural daylight or artificial lighting to mimic spring conditions. Quiet and secure. Free from overcrowding. 2. Pairing racing pigeons. A. Timing. Pairing should begin early in the year to align with the natural breeding cycles. Ensure that light exposure mimics increasing day lengths. About 14 hours of light per day can stimulate mating behavior. B. Pairing techniques. Pairing can be either planned or natural. Planned pairings allow you to combine specific traits, while natural pairings rely on mutual attraction. In either case, introduce the male to the breeding compartment first. After a day or two, place the female in the same compartment. Monitor their behavior. Aggression may indicate incompatibility, while cooing and mutual preening show acceptance. C. Ensuring bond formation. Leave the pairs undisturbed for at least a week to establish their bond. Provide ample food, water, and nesting material during this time. 3. Egg laying and incubation. A. Egg laying. Typically, the female will lay her first egg 7 to 10 days after pairing, followed by a second egg 48 hours later. Ensure the nest is stable and secure. Both eggs are gently rotated daily to prevent yolk adhesion. B. Incubation. Both parents will take turns incubating the eggs, with the male usually covering the nest during the day and the female at night. The incubation period lasts about 17 to 18 days. C. Monitoring fertility. Candling the eggs around 7 days after laying can help identify fertility. Use a small flashlight to check for blood vessels. Discard any infertile eggs to prevent bacterial growth in the nest. 4. Hatching and early care. A. Hatchling arrival. Chicks usually hatch within 24 hours of each other. The parents will immediately begin feeding them crop milk, a nutrient-rich secretion. Ensure the loft is quiet and undisturbed. The parents have access to high-quality feed to produce sufficient crop milk. B. Supporting the parents. Provide a diet rich in protein and calcium to support the parents during this demanding period. Add supplements such as brewer's yeast, grit and minerals, vitamin D for calcium absorption. C. Monitoring growth. Daily checks ensure the chicks are feeding well and growing consistently. Look for firm, rounded crops after feeding, clean skin and down feathers, strong, steady growth. 5. Feeding the breeders and chicks. A. Breeder diet. A specialized breeder mix with higher protein levels, 16 to 18%, is essential. Incorporate seeds like peas, beans, and sunflower kernels, along with grains such as corn and wheat. Supplement the diet with probiotics for gut health, grit to aid digestion, fresh greens like spinach or kale. B. Feeding schedule. Feed twice daily, ensuring morning feeding is light to encourage activity. Evening feeding is heavier to sustain overnight needs. C. Transitioning chicks. By 10 to 14 days, the parents will begin mixing crop milk with solid food. At this stage, introduce small amounts of soaked seeds to familiarize the chicks with solid feed. 6. Fledging and independence. A. Leaving the nest. Chicks usually leave the nest at 21 to 28 days old. During this period, place perches at varying heights to encourage wing exercise. Monitor for signs of independence, such as pecking at food. B. Weaning. Weaning begins when the chicks show interest in eating on their own. Gradually separate them from their parents, providing a dedicated space with easy access to food and water. Consistent temperatures to reduce stress. Frequent handling to familiarize them with human interaction. C. Post-weaning care. Once independent, the young birds should receive a balanced mix of grains and seeds. Introduce training tosses to develop their homing instincts and flying endurance. 7. Common challenges and solutions. A. Infertility. If eggs fail to hatch, review pairing compatibility. Address potential health issues in breeders. Ensure optimal loft conditions. B. Weak chicks. Chicks failing to thrive may indicate insufficient parental nutrition. Adjust their diet. Bacterial infections. Consult a veterinarian. C. Parental neglect. If parents abandon the nest, foster the eggs or chicks with another pair. Use a brooder for artificial incubation and feeding. 8. Conclusion. Breeding racing pigeons early in the year requires meticulous planning and attention to detail. From selecting the right pairs to ensuring proper nutrition and care, every step is crucial to developing a healthy and competitive racing team. By following these guidelines, fanciers can maximize their chances of producing champion racers and enjoying the deeply rewarding experience of breeding these remarkable birds. I'm an experienced ex-pigeon racer from England, and I can offer valuable insights and guidance on all aspects of pigeon racing, from breeding to racing. During my racing days, I managed a small team of no more than 70 pigeons, including stock, young birds, and old birds. It was not uncommon for me to send as few as 6 birds to a race and still secure the top 3 positions out of up to 2,500 pigeons in my club and federation. My race distances typically ranged up to 300 miles, and I consistently achieved top 5 placements in my club. My expertise extends to the art of selecting excellent breeders, including evaluating pigeons based on their eye-sign characteristics. I firmly believe that true champions can only be bred from top-quality stock, and I can guide you in identifying and acquiring such pigeons. I understand that many pigeons for sale are advertised based on their lineage or pedigree, but I emphasize the importance of assessing the bird itself rather than relying solely on paperwork. As part of my offer, I invite you to share photos of your pigeons, including their eye-sign and wing characteristics. I'll provide you with free advice on racing and breeding based on my extensive experience and knowledge. Additionally, I will share auction links to high-quality breeding birds that have the potential to produce winners in your loft. Here's what you can expect to receive from me. A comprehensive Word document containing valuable insights and strategies for successful pigeon racing, including specific racing methods for both old and young birds, as well as general advice. Private YouTube videos sent to your email, covering various aspects of pigeon racing, from breeding to race preparation. Detailed recommendations on supplements and additives to add to your pigeon's drinking water, with scientific evidence supporting their effectiveness. Similar products are used by professional athletes and racehorses to enhance performance. Assurance that your pigeons will race home faster, provided that you have quality birds to begin with. While I can provide guidance, it's essential to start with pigeons of good genetic quality. Guidance on feeding schedules and methods, tailored from Sunday to Saturday, to optimize your pigeon's performance. The understanding that there are no big secrets or magical products that guarantee success in pigeon racing. Instead, success hinges on developing a racing system that suits your loft and pigeons. I'm committed to providing full support even after you receive this information, as I want to see you succeed in pigeon racing. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or need further assistance. Remember, the key to winning in pigeon racing lies in knowledge, dedication, and continuous improvement.